What's going on, guys? The JHouze Radio, episode 41. KJ and Los are back in the house with special guest Viv, who's been a friend pretty much of the family for like years now, basically.
Years and years, yeah.
Years and
Years
years.
now, yeah, that's crazy.
Viv, how you doing? How's life?
I'm doing great. Hi guys.
Give us a quick little
Greetings from
synopsis
down
about you.
south.
Just give us a little bit quick synopsis about you, like anything you want to promote or what kind of things are you into, what are your favorite games, movies, whatever. Anything
Oh
interesting.
man. Well, Miss Jersey pizza, New York pizza, and bagels. 100%. Miss that. I miss Cuban sandwiches and I miss medianoches. Like
Yeah.
just saying. Oh, and papas rellenas. That's what I'm missing at the most right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've moved down here to North Carolina. I am currently working in a barbecue bottling company. I just swapped jobs because the job I had before was kind of bananas. And I am starting school this week sometime.
Congrats.
So
Congrats.
thank you. I'm finally trying to finish because I started a while ago, but with death and moving and meh,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
life got in the way, so I kind of put everything on pause, and then
Yeah.
I'm getting back into the swing of things. So yeah, and in terms of games right now, I don't have much time for them, but I have played Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
I have played Mortal Kombat, the new one, and the older one, and the one before that. I still have my PlayStation 1
Oh wow,
uh,
really?
game for that. And I'm also just right now boyfriend is playing the Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
Yes, Miles Morales. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome.
So,
Awesome. Cool
Or as known
beans.
in the comic book world, the Ultimate Spider-Man.
The
The
ultimate
ultimate
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's from the Ultimate Universe.
hey, and I've
Speaking of
seen all
the,
those movies, so those are really cool.
yeah. Well, today we're gonna kind of touch base on that a little bit. We're doing a best video game franchise that was made into a film, basically. Some of the games we have up
No, we said
here.
best game franchise.
Say it again.
We said best games because one of mine is not a video game.
Oh no, it's supposed to be best game that was made into a film. Like the best film is based off of a video game franchise, basically. So some of the options we have up here is Assassin's Creed, Angry Birds, Detective Pikachu, Clue, Mortal Kombat, Pixels, which Los fought with me about that one a little bit.
Yeah,
So we'll
I have to disagree with that one.
I have to see it. I have not seen that one.
Oh, Pixels is so good. I freaking love
Not really.
it. Oh my god. Los
It's Adam
always gotta
Sandler.
be
It's Adam Sandler. That's all I gotta say.
Los always has to be the Debbie Downer, man. Come on, man.
I'm not being a Debbie Downer.
I thought what's his name Black was in it.
Who?
Who, Jack Black?
Yeah,
What's Jack
No,
Black
he's
in
not
that?
in that.
No.
He's not in that.
I thought he was.
I think
Jack
he was
Black
in something.
Jack
similar.
Black, one, is the most annoying human being in the universe, okay? And two, his mother was a NASA scientist that figured out the return trajectory for Apollo 13 to make it back home.
His mother.
Wow.
His mother, yeah.
A
But
NASA scientist.
She worked with
Yeah.
the other group of women that figured that out.
No, different group of women.
Wow. Interesting.
She was the person solely responsible for figuring out, doing all the math for the
Right.
trajectory and how to fix the program for them to come back to Earth.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
dope.
cool. But anyway, my bad. I thought he was in that movie, so sorry.
Yeah,
No judgment.
like Jack Black is so annoying. If I hear he's in it, I generally shut it off.
Got it.
Except for High Fidelity, the movie. He did good in that movie.
I thought he was annoying as hell in that movie.
But his character was meant to be annoying.
Yeah, he was. So we're pretty much just ranking some of our best gaming films, basically, and some of the worst ones. Obviously, the ones that are going to be ranked the highest are going to be obviously in the A tier. I have S tier up here. I don't mean to have that up here, so we're going to take that off. But it's going to be in the A tier. The lowest one will be in the D tier.
In terms of a film that I believe is one of the top-notch films that we have witnessed, definitely the Mortal Kombat one that just came out.
I have not seen that yet.
Oh,
Los, are you kidding me?
No.
Carlos!
I thought you were
Dude,
supposed to
what I
watch
just
it.
went through? What I just went
Carlos
through?
Maui de Los Angeles.
But that was, I thought you were
Dios
gonna watch
de
it
los-
last week.
De Los
Nah.
Inglewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Oh my God.
Englewood Cliffs. I'm not rich, girl.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I'm
still.
down the hill, not up the hill.
Oh man.
Oh, now we can't talk about it. Mm.
Sure, you could talk about it. I don't care about
No.
spoilers.
Well, we could talk about it. You're just gonna have to get spoiled, Lost. You're gonna have to get spoiled.
Listen, what's it? They get together, they fight, somebody dies. That's how all those movies are.
All right, Viv, so what are your thoughts on the film? What did you think about it? What did you like? What did you hate?
Well, quite honestly, compared to the first original one back in the 80s, 90s, this one has a very good cast. Super good, awesome cast. Like, I cannot express to you how happy it makes me who they picked. Although the Sonya girl, but
You weren't that
everyone
crazy
else,
about her.
I'm not too thrilled about her. But listen, she does her job. It's okay. The storyline is consistent. There's some amazing fighting scenes. Amazing. I am so glad they picked Sub-Zero's character because he is an amazing.
Yeah.
And then obviously Scorpion's character, Mr. Takada. He's so great. I love him.
Well, the actor who plays Scorpion
Tanaka.
is a really good actor.
Mr. Tanaka. I think that's his name.
He's been pretty known. And yeah, he's a really good actor. A lot of people gave him praise.
If you guys ever watched Westworld, he was in it in the Japanese episodes.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that actually, because I've seen his face like all over the place before this film came out, and I was like, damn, that guy looks familiar, you know. And then I finally recognized him.
In the Japanese episodes, he was also in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Yes, he was.
He was also.
He
I
beat
think
the crap out of fucking Tom Cruise.
Keep going. But I'll stop right there. No, anytime I see Mr. Tanaka, he who is a really good fighter is very good. He's awesome. So yeah, I like the scenery, the cinematography, the soundtrack is good. The effects are very interesting because some of them are not all CGI and some of them are.
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of like, I don't know if you've ever watched The Mandalorian, but like you can tell how they like factor in some of the effects and the technology that they're using. Since they were using video game technology in The Mandalorian, I think they implemented some of that in the movie as well. They used the Unreal Engine in Mandalorian, and that sort of filling of the scenic parts and everything sort of just like really just, it's very nice. It's very well done, and you know, kudos to the people who did it. I'm anxiously awaiting the second one.
Yeah, it was I feel like this film was made to set up the trilogy of Mortal Kombat. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I thought it's a good popcorn movie, basically. I didn't like the fact that that there were certain parts where somebody died and they were like, oh, fatality, or flawless victory. Like, I feel like that line by today's standards, you just don't need to say that anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Because it felt unnatural. Because like during the first Mortal Kombat film, we actually had a tournament and Shang Tsung was actually monitoring the tournament. How's it going in chat, Dark Legion? By the way, I see you. I'll comment in 1 second. It was an actual tournament. Shang Tsung was actually there monitoring the tournament. So if somebody died, if he says fatality, it was warranted because it was somebody that was sitting there watching the tournament, almost like kind of like a referee, basically.
Right.
So it was warranted. But in this one, let's say if Kano killed somebody, oh, let me cut your head off, bah, you're dead, fatality. Like, why are you saying that? You know, it was kind of like they were almost it was like the third wall was being like passed right there, basically. It just felt weird. It didn't feel natural. The editing was like horrible. I think that was probably due to the fact that the studio gave them a time limit, say, hey, you can make this film, but you need to do it in under 2 hours. It was a lot of characters, and I think they didn't have a lot of time to actually dive into each character. So there was a lot of quick edits, super quick edits, and everything. A lot of things didn't like. It just didn't feel well paced, basically.
This is
So
the new one you're talking about.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the new one.
Oh, you're watching it from a critical eye of a filmmaker, so
Yeah.
the two of you have that scope.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from a promotional standpoint, from a social media commentator standpoint, so it's different. It's just based off of fandom expectation.
Yeah.
So from that level, like you can see it one way, we'll see it one way. You're gonna see it a whole different way.
But that's
the point, though. That's good.
There's no way you can add lines like fatality and stuff like that where it doesn't seem forced. I don't care how you do it. Even in the 1995 version, fatality seemed forced. Because he was so
Really?
dramatic
You
with
think
it.
so?
Like, fatality. It's like Jesus Christ. A blind man could read your lips. That's how much you like overacted that line. So yeah, you're never gonna get that line natural in a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt, for me, it just felt more natural for him to stay in the older film, in my opinion. But all right, so Viv, what's your rank on Mortal Kombat? Would you A being the highest and D being the lowest? Well, where would you rank this film?
I would say I would give it a solid B plus, just
Solid
because
B?
there's a B plus.
Okay.
There's a plus aspect.
Okay.
Only because it also introduces a different view scope, a younger generation.
Yeah.
I am officially very old. So
Hey, age is a state of mind.
Next Thursday I age.
To get older.
Next Thursday I age. So
Listen, it's okay to get older. Some people age like milk. Some people age like fine wine.
Age
I
like
just age
milk.
like
I've
cheese.
never heard that. Interesting. Dark Legion in chat says.
1972. That's all I'm saying.
So Los, what would you? I don't know. Can we even have you rank it? Really? Said you haven't seen it. I mean, just based off the trailer. It's based off the trailer.
Based off the trailer and a small making of video that I saw.
There's a teaser too in there.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the teaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
The movie looks watchable. It looks fun, but it also looks like the movie's going to be a big setup for sequels.
Yes, that's kind of what I felt with this one. I felt like this was mainly a setup for what's coming.
My only fear is that they're gonna make oh god, the ice one. What's his name again? It's slipped my mind right now. Sub-Zero. Be like an airbender, like a waterbender. That's my fear of watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because from the trailer, he looks like a waterbender. Look, ice.
Nah.
Like, if you have a knowledge of Sub-Zero within the last game series that has come out, you see his technical use of manipulating ice different. Like, it changes from every game that comes out.
Yeah.
So it's getting more technical. It's getting more strategic. It's getting more malice, more evil, and that's what you're gonna probably see in the movie if you watch.
Yeah, I did see the one scene where Scorpion, when he was still human, fought the people who were attacking his family.
Yeah.
That was like, that was good.
That opening scene was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. I felt like it like that was like one of the high points of the film. But overall, I mean, it was a good film. Yeah, I am kind of judging it on a little both, where of like a filmmaker and as somebody who's been a fan of the franchise since like day one, But it was good. I think I'd probably give it the same ring. Probably give it like a B plus. Honestly, it was good. So
there's room for growth, obviously, and as you know, there was like time crunches on everything because of COVID. So
yeah,
it's what you got with what you had to work with. Like, you can't really.
It made it sound like a bad date.
The second date might be better.
It wasn't a bad date. It was a nice move.
She did that with the, oh my god, that's such an analogy that everyone can relate to.
Oh man. But yeah, okay. So all right, we're gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna let you start off with this one, Los, because I'm pretty sure you might have seen this one.
Which one?
Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
The weirdest movie in the universe.
Is that with the wrestler?
No.
Oh, no, that was the TV series.
Yeah.
Never mind.
John
Leguizamo. Yeah.
And oh my god, the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Bob Hoskins.
I forgot he was in Who Framed Roger
Rabbit. Right? Early in the year.
Second?
Passed away early in the year, right?
Really, he did? I don't know.
New tab. Bob Hoskins.
New tab.
Bob Hoskins, actor. Yes, died April 29th, 2014.
Wow, he passed that long ago? I didn't even realize.
I thought it was recent. I'm confusing him with someone else.
No, you just still feel it that much, that it still feels like it. That's what
I did not realize that he passed away. That's crazy. Oh, and what's his name was in it too? What's the other guy that was in this film? The one that played Bowser, supposedly.
Oh, hold on. I've got the tab. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. I forgot he was in this film.
Listen, I've actually had a lot of background. I know a lot of the background behind that movie. First thing, Dennis Hopper's performance is amazing because he added a lot of lizard movements to his performance. If you notice, like he'll have his hands up like this a lot of times, like the way lizards do when they sit up on their hind legs.
Yeah.
You know, he was always talking about the temperature. It's too cold. It's too hot. And he always like moved his head quickly, like the way lizards do. Like he literally got into the part.
Did he go?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The people who directed the movie were a married couple, and they had the strangest idea in this. It's supposed to be a kids movie, but there was a sex club in it. There are people walking around in S&M outfits, like transvestites were walking around. Drag queens were walking around, like all this weird stuff. There was supposed to be like sex scenes and stuff in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that rated PG-13, right? I think.
Yeah. But what happens
that's
is
probably
like,
why.
Like they had
This came out in 1993.
1993.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yep.
Oh man, like those big lizard men were like really freaking hilarious too.
Yeah, with
like,
that stupid. It was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
The only reason I watched them.
Fisher Stevens is in that?
Yeah.
All right, Fisher Stevens is the mean guy from Hackers. If you guys ever watched that movie.
Yeah.
Yes. No, he wasn't Zero Cool. He was. Damn it! What the hell was his name in that movie?
God.
I thought it was Zero Cool, wasn't it?
No, Zero Cool was the main hacker, like the hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Played in Train Spotters.
Yes, Train Spotting.
He's now in Elementary. With.
Yes, he plays Sherlock in Elementary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I know a lot. I know a lot of connects. Sorry.
Hey, nah, it's all good. It is all good. She would be great with that game that we play.
Center of the Universe.
Yeah, Center of the Universe. You would be great for that kind of game.
We actually found a blockbuster movie game.
Well, this is how the way Center of the Universe works. I'll name two actors, and you have to connect them.
Oh God.
So let's say Jackie Chan and Burt Reynolds. Okay, and you're like, there's no way to connect that.
Oh, there is a way.
One movie, Cannonball Run. They were both in Cannonball Run.
I have yet to see that.
You've never seen Cannonball Run?
No.
What have you done with your life?
What have you been doing?
I've been moving.
You call yourself a
came out
film
in
lover.
1978.
Yeah, well, I wasn't even born then. I was perhaps in creation, but I wasn't born then.
Legion says, I've seen this movie, but it's between ages since I've seen it. If I watch it, it would be my first time.
I have a lot of movies to catch up on. I've been informed by my significant other that I have a lot of movies to catch up on. So.
Listen, I actually want to do a list that is required movie watching.
Yo, we should do that. That'll be a good list.
That would be an awesome list.
That would really be a good list.
100%.
We might have to keep that in mind.
Yo, Planet of the Apes, Cannonball Run, The Breakfast Club, Alien, the first one, Jurassic Park, the first one. No, Aliens is good. and it's better than the first one. But you need to watch the first one to understand where like everyone else copies from it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, true.
The other one, not Alien, Predator.
Predator,
Oh,
yes.
hands down, yes.
Oh,
You
by
gotta
the
watch
way,
Predator.
did you know Predator was supposed to be in Guatemala?
Yes, I did.
It was. Where was it at?
Yeah.
I thought it was in Guatemala. Where was it?
No, they never mentioned it, but in the original script it says Guatemala, in the jungles of Guatemala.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I think they went to Nicaragua instead.
No, they shot it. They shot it. I think they shot it in Mexico
or Hawaii.
Interesting. So, all right. So, what's your?
Yeah, maybe Hawaii.
Oh yeah, probably could have been. All right. So overall, I think at the time as a kid, Mario seemed like it was an amazing film. Looking at it now, it was just horrible. It felt like it was just a bunch of nonsense going on. Dennis Hopper, I think that's his name, right? Dennis Hopper, who played.
Yeah.
I think he carried that film as much as he could,
King
but
Koopa.
yeah, he carried it as much as he could, but he couldn't save it. It was just
for me, John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper together were funny. Like
yeah, oh yeah, John Leguizamo, yeah.
Yeah.
When they got arrested,
it's funny. What's your name? Luigi Mario. What's your name? Mario.
Yeah. Funny film, man. Funny freaking film.
I believe that would have been one of the main models of the crocodile character in Suicide Squad. Because I'm looking at
Killer Croc?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It looks a lot like Killer Croc.
That's right. He does look like a Goomba. He does. Now I'll never watch that movie the same way again.
You can never look at it the same way. Oh man.
Look, it's Goomba.
All right, so what would you guys rank this film, Super Mario Brothers?
Okay. I have 2 rankings for it. Okay. For nostalgia purposes, a B. For the reality of what the movie is, it's like it's trash. It's an F. Total trash.
Oh man. Well, we give the lowest ones at least a D to be nice to them. So I guess we'll give it a
yeah, because we got dicked over watching it.
I have to go D as well. Nostalgia purposes, like yeah, I would give it like a B. Same here. It's good to see it on film, but overall, it's just not a good film. It's so bad. I felt like it was just too much going on. It just felt like a bunch of nonsense, honestly. So,
well, for a person who hasn't seen it, I would say just out of commentary.
This woman hasn't seen 2 great movies.
What are you talking about? I've seen movies.
Yes, but you haven't seen these.
Just not this one.
Not this one. I would say, just give it an E for effort.
An E for all right. Sorry, Mario, you're getting a D.
You know what? That was a very good political way to get yourself around the ranking.
That was good. I might have to include that next time.
That's good.
All right, so it looks like Super Mario Brothers is going to get a D. You're gonna get the D, Mario.
It's a shame we can't have an animation of it just going into like an E pile.
Yeah.
E pile.
I'll work on that for the next episode.
You got it.
Same D is, but back then, yeah, I could say a B. Says Legion in chat. Yeah, I think for nostalgia purposes, I think everybody would give it a higher grade because it's Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? All right, so let's jump on to the next one. I'm gonna let you start off with this, Los, because you recommended it. Damn, what is the name of that movie again? What is that spy movie called? Fuck.
Which one?
The one you recommended.
Hitman.
Jeez.
Oh.
It escaped my mind. Hitman. This one I haven't seen, so I'm going based off. I've never seen. I haven't
seen it either, but I've seen gameplay on Hitman.
No, like first of all, it's not the greatest movie because it kind of has that European low budget feel to it.
Okay.
And the girl who's in it, like they know how to make her seem like 10 times sexier than she is, because in reality she's like a toothpick with a big wig. But no, it's true. But they know how to make her look like she's like super gorgeous. I'm not saying she's ugly, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I like a little more meat in my bones. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
The main actor, Timothy Olfant? I forget
Isn't
it.
he the one? Isn't he the one that he plays? Oh, dude, he's
IMDb.
in. I'm looking at it right now. Olga. Olga is the girl. She's Russian.
Yeah.
She's
Ah.
like very. She's like this pen.
Like a
No,
pencil.
that pen is more meat than her.
Oh my god.
Bro, you saw her kneecaps. That's not human.
If I can see your kneecaps, there's something
That
wrong.
came out in 2007.
Yeah.
2007.
No.
Yeah, I forgot that came out that long ago. Holy crap.
Wow.
I don't know why I thought that was more recent too.
Because
Yeah.
there was another Hitman movie. It was called Agent 47. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Agent. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But out
Yeah,
of the two
Legion, we're
properties,
talking
this
about
is the
the
one I
first
like
one.
the most. Out of both of them. This is the
Oh,
one I like
he's
better.
the main guy in Justified, that series on FX. I'd
have to take your word for it. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I haven't seen the series either, but I see the previews for it. He's pretty good. He was in The Mandalorian.
Interesting.
Yes, he was. He was in The Mandalorian.
Chapter 9, he played Kombat.
So Los, how would you rank this? I mean, well, not rank this, but why? Like, how did this translate to film, coming from the game to the film?
I think it hit all the right points of the game as far as him only having a number, her having the barcode on the back of his neck, him being very one-minded about things.
Yeah.
But the fact that he got a conscience and wanted to save this girl was a little kind of,
Off-brand.
It was off-brand, but
Extra, as the kids call it today.
the only thing extra I want is extra whipped cream.
I love whipped cream, by the way.
Yeah. I used to have that in my vanilla lattes all the time. Just saying.
Yeah, buddy.
But you know what it is? I mean, it was but the way they made his character move and the fact he was very calm, put together, you never really saw him stressed. It was very on brand.
Yeah.
I like the film. I like the fact that you constantly see the Agent 47 always thinking.
Yeah.
Because you as the player, you're always thinking. So I did enjoy that, and I like the way it was shot pretty well, but again, it had that low budget feel, the European low budget feel.
Okay.
But I liked it. It's watchable,
to say the least.
It's watchable. Yeah.
Dougray Scott is in this movie too. I did not realize that. He's the evil guy that played in Mission Impossible 1 with Tom Cruise.
Oh, really? He's in that? Oh, wow.
He's in that.
Interesting.
Yes. I think he plays like a cop or something.
Mike
I forget.
Williams.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a different kind of cast for what you might expect, I guess.
Mhm.
But with the fact that you're saying that it's like European low budget, it makes sense that the cast is what it is.
Yeah, sure.
So I get it.
Yeah, and the scene, I think, this one is the one where they try to assassinate the Pope or something like that.
Okay.
It was done really well. Like there's a lot of sneaking underhanded stuff that happens on screen that is really well executed.
Okay. So, well, I think based off my ranking, I've never been a Hitman guy. I've never played any of the games. I know about them, but just based off the trailer looks kind of interesting. I think I might actually take the time to go watch it now. But based off the trailer alone, I'll give it a C.
That's exactly what it is. It's a C.
Did you say? What about you, Viv?
It's a C.
I'm gonna say if it's like PM based, it's either a C plus or just a regular C.
Okay. There's
a few movies out there that are also based out of comic book series, and they have that European low budget kind of look.
Yeah.
So they don't translate from comic book to film as well.
Yeah.
And depending on which actor or which distributing house or which directing body is the one that does it, it's always hit or miss. So
yeah, Ghost Rider 2 is a perfect example of a low budget European movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. And Dark Legion in chat says he'll give it a C too. So it looks like Hitman is going to get a C.
Exactly.
All right. So the next one we're going to go to, and I really want to, I'm looking forward to this conversation because Los fought me on it. Pixels. It's the next one on the
Nope.
list.
Nope, don't qualify. Doesn't qualify.
All right.
It is an Adam because the premise of the movie is that they're using video games to attack Earth because a video game the games were sent out into outer space. It's not Pac-Man invades, or Atari invades. Like a machine went nuts and it invaded everything. No, this is an Adam Sandler movie who wanted to use nostalgia to try to earn money.
Oh my God, Peter Dinklage is in this.
Tell me you agree with me.
Yeah.
Tell me this qualifies as a game movie. I think it does.
It doesn't, because it's not based. You said the rules were it has to be a game first. There is no Pixels game where you fight these characters in your game.
That's true.
What the thing is, though? The thing. No. Listen.
No.
Check this out.
That's like saying if you watched a porno where someone plays Pikachu, is that a game movie?
Oh my God.
But all right, here's the thing.
Right now.
Here's my logic. The reason why I said that it is because yes, Adam Sandler is the main character, but this film is
not in a video game.
Okay, yeah, but he's not in a video game. That's fine. But that's like saying that, let's say Detective Pikachu or Sonic is not a game film because the guy who's playing with Sonic is an actual human being and not a guy that was in a game.
But Sonic is a video game character.
Video game.
And the material you're using is Sonic.
Listen, I have to agree with Lois in here, because if we need to go strictly by rules and regulations, your regulations state it has to have been a video game first and a franchise.
But the bad guys are the video game character. The main bad guy.
The bad guys are aliens who are using the video game characters to attack the Earth.
But it's freaking the monkey. He's like the main bad guy that he fought at the end. Like that was the boss. He had to beat the boss.
Show me where there is a Pixels game that originated the source material, and I'll agree.
Oh my God. Dark Legion in chat says yes. Same here on those.
I'm sorry.
Dark Legion says he is that he's agree. I get it. The title might say Pixels, but even when you search best video game movies on the internet, Pixel pops up in that category.
But Pixels probably rounds off, and this is probably why it's considered video game-ish. It's rounding and collecting a whole bunch of older games in one movie. Making them represent themselves in the movie.
Yes.
Kind of like Ready Player One.
I think, and in my heart, it will always be a video game movie. But it's okay. We'll move on from it. Thank you. We'll have to we'll put Pixels on the sideline, but
put a pin in it
and play the Batman dying sound.
But
put a pin in it.
If I had to rank it, if we were ranking it, I would 100. But we're not. I would give it a B. I thought it was a good film. I like the whole nostalgia, purposes behind it. I thought it was interesting that instead of having another movie about aliens invading the Earth, we have actual the Galaga aliens.
Yeah, and the Pac-Man was an alien, and Donkey Kong was an alien, and Space Invaders was an alien, and the Centipede was an alien.
They're carrying.
Wreck-It Ralph, that kind of a movie too.
Wreck-It Ralph did have a movie, but but he wasn't in this. I don't think he was in this.
No.
Wreck-It Ralph was never a game.
Yes, it is.
It is. It might be a game now, but
no, it was back in the day.
It was back in the day. I've never played it.
Yeah, because it's an old
heard of it.
Yeah, you know what?
A weird version of Donkey Kong, no?
Yeah, it was. You're right. It was like that was actually the main premise of the film, is that he wanted to be where Donkey Kong was, and he never was.
To be cool.
Yeah, he wanted to be cool, and he wanted to get that respect as the Donkey Kong game, but people didn't.
Because his video game console was not being used in the movie, and that's why his life was dying.
Yeah, basically.
According to Wikipedia, it's a movie.
Only a movie?
I
Oh,
think
Only a
it,
movie.
it it probably was called something. I don't know. I don't think it was called Wreck-It Ralph the game. I think it was called something else. I just got to figure out what the game was actually called. But the
oh, the
movie,
build it, Billy,
build
build it, Bob, build it, Bob,
something, fix it. Yeah, it was like
fix
Bob
it.
Fix It or something. It
Yeah.
was some weird name. It was a really weird name. But
And
Yeah,
anyway,
no, it
moving on.
it was never a video game. The concept of Wreck-It Ralph was first developed at Disney in the late 1980s, so it was never a video game.
oh, okay. Well, never
Like
mind.
I said before, Pixels can fit in a category of movies in that regard, where it's based in the life of a video game,
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Or-
we'll,
or engage other video games for nostalgia purposes, so that people can see them in a film.
yeah. Okay. Like I
Something
said,
like
in my hearts, we'll put Pixels in the B
Sana
tier.
Sana.
And
Sana.
if you would have bought Kira the chocolate bunny, she would have been agreeing with you right now.
Oh my god! I don't even think Kira could have saved that one for me.
The bunny.
I don't even think she could have saved that one.
Oh, she would have
But-
saved it. She would have told me agree with him. I'd be like, okay.
All right, so the next one we're gonna jump into. Let me see, which one do we have here? Mortal Kombat, the original. No, actually, no, not the original. Yeah, the original.
1995. It was a
Nick.
good movie.
Great movie.
It's a great soundtrack.
Viv, don't tell me you didn't
Yes.
see that. Oh, okay. I thought
Yes.
you were about to say you didn't see that.
The soundtrack, yes. Movie. Wow.
Listen, if you look at it for its time, it was
Yes.
considered to
Agreed.
have the best fight scenes in a movie
Yes,
at the time.
agreed.
It had one of
They
the most
did invest.
complex choreographies for the time. They did a lot of wide shots, so you saw the choreography, and it wasn't chopped up 1,000 times like it is today.
Yeah.
So for its time, it was an absolutely epic movie.
It
By
was very
today's
much ahead of
standards.
its time. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
By
Yes.
today's standards, it's cheesy. But then again, Gone with the Wind is a fucking cheese fest and a half, and it's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Wizard
is
of Oz.
Casablanca. Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I can't stand Casablanca. Oh my god, what a snooze fest. Oh my god.
Nevertheless, to remain on topic, I agree. Yes, they had invested really well into their creation and their vision and how they maintained the storyline and how the pace went and the scenery and how everything tried to keep up with the basis of the video game. And
Yeah.
the video game at that time was what, like 16 pixels or 8 pixels?
I think they might have been 16-bit at the time.
16-bit. So,
Yeah.
you had a lot of wiggle room to say from live action, from video game
Yeah.
to live action. It's totally like there was a lot of creative liberties, as they say, that they used. But
Yeah, I agree.
you know,
And brand, which was very important. It stayed on brand.
Yeah, it definitely did. Like it stayed on the whole fact of the tournament and things like that, which was great. I love the character design. The fights were epic. Like compared to the Mortal Kombat that came out recently, I would say the fight scenes in this one were better than the one that came out recently, in my
And,
opinion.
Kano, the idea of Kano being Australian first came about because of the 1995 movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before that he had no
he had
nationality.
no affiliation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's actually pretty
Because they
interesting
didn't
point.
talk.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just fought.
Yeah, they never talked, so there was never an accent to like go off of. Like, oh, why does he sound Australian? He sounds like a regular white guy
Right.
from Brooklyn. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I could totally. And like, yo, the Johnny Cage versus Scorpion fight in this film, epic.
No,
I
my
must
favorite
say-
is
I must
Reptile.
say the Johnny Cage in that original movie a little bit better to digest than the new one that came out. I am
Well, he
sorry
wasn't-
for those
He wasn't in
that
there.
have seen it.
Johnny Cage wasn't in the new one.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Godson, what are you talking about?
Like in the most recent Mortal Kombat film,
The one that came out last Friday or 2 Fridays ago.
Johnny Cage is not
HBO
in
Max.
there.
Yes.
Who do you? All right, which
Did
character
you
did
see
you?
the end of the movie?
Yeah, but they showed like a snippet of his belt. Like we don't even know what he
the
looks
very
like yet.
end of the movie.
Yeah, they showed a snippet of his belt.
Another slight hidden scene in there.
I gotta watch it again. Maybe I missed it. I must have missed it then.
Bit of trivia for you: Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally supposed to play Johnny Cage,
That is true.
and he turned it down to do Street Fighter.
Oh my god.
And look how that
Street
turned out.
Fighter. Do I have that film on here? I don't even know if I have that on here.
I don't think we have that one in there.
No, the movie's so terrible. Just put it in the D column and just move on.
Just move on from it. Yeah. Overall, I thought this film was great. I was a big Mortal Kombat fan during this time. I remember after I went to see the movie, my parents took me to Blockbuster to go rent the game, and like I made a whole day of it. It was amazing. Soundtrack is
on what console?
Sega. The Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis was the only console that allowed blood. Nintendo did not allow Mortal Kombat to have blood in it.
Did
you see the documentary? Did you see the documentary that they had?
Yes, I saw the documentary. That's why I realized that. It's a gaming documentary on I think it's like a Gaming Wars documentary on Netflix, and they specifically said that Nintendo didn't want their games to have blood in it. That's why Sega made a promotion of saying, "Oh, you want to play real hardcore games? Play over here." And Sega games allow blood, not the Super Nintendo version.
Yo, send me the link. I'm gonna watch a documentary now. Somebody.
Yeah, I gotta send that to you. Yeah, like when you punched in Mortal Kombat, you would see sweat in Super Nintendo, but in Sega you would see blood. Interesting.
Droplets come out.
Yeah.
And in Sega, you were able to use fatality, brutality, whatever. In Nintendo, it's just fight, and that was it.
Really? I never knew that they took the fatalities out.
Well, that's part of the blood. That's part of the blood sport thing. So
interesting. Legion in chat says, yeah, even though you can watch it on YouTube, behind the scenes for Street Fighter on why it went bad. On how it went bad. What do you mean, like Street Fighter the movie? You're saying Legion? Probably. So yeah, I personally, based on nostalgia and just based off the film in general, I would give it an A. Hands down.
Absolutely an A.
Really? A all across the board. Okay.
All across the board.
Ding 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 ding.
Bro, let's face it. Even if by today's standards you may be like, "Oh, this is cheesy," as soon as you hear the Mortal Kombat theme, you're like, "Yeah."
Exactly.
Or when he's fighting and you hear reptile and he pops up. You're like,
that was so I lost my mind when I saw that. I was like,
when you hear fight.
Yes. Man, I lost my freaking mind, man.
The one hiccup I have also is the Lord Raiden, first one.
Oh, come on. That was Christopher Lambert, the Highlander.
Yeah. But let him be the Highlander.
There can be only one. No, I like him.
Let him stay the Highlander because I like the guy who they selected for Raiden in the new one. It's more applicable in my opinion.
Well, do you know why they casted Christopher Lambert?
Why?
They needed funding, and he was the biggest name they had.
Wow, really? Yeah, if you think about it, yeah, he probably was. All the other characters in that film,
they were unknown.
They were a lot of unknowns.
Very, like B tier, C tier actors or stunt people.
Yeah.
For the model, the one who played Sonya, or not Sonya, Melina.
What's
her face?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was
a model.
Yeah, she's an actress now, but she was a model at the time.
She was a model in Brazil. She did the swimsuit edition for Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret. How much you guys don't know this stuff?
I did. I'm agreeing with you.
I don't know this stuff. No.
Keith is just like, she's sexy. Next.
She's sexy. That's all that matters. Legion in chat said, yeah, I do agree. It's an A all day. Yes, 100%. A's all across the board for everybody in that one.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Nice job.
Well, since we're already on the topic of Mortal Kombat, let's just go to the second one. Mortal Kombat 2, Annihilation, the second amazing video game film of all time.
God. Okay, here's the funny thing about it.
It was all web-based.
Mortal Kombat 2 had 4 or 5 times the budget of Mortal Kombat 1.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Holy crap.
It was 40 times worse.
It looked worse.
Oh my god, like it was the worst. Yo, I would rather watch Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme than Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh my god, it had more of a budget. That's insane to like think about that. That is
4 or
insane.
5 times more of the budget. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. Yeah,
it's legitimately a sad fact. But yeah, and then most of that stuff ended up being on the web somehow, I think, right?
Really?
And then they created, it was originally a web series that was only like 20 minutes a pop, and then they
No, you're thinking of the Mortal Kombat TV show.
No.
Yeah, there was a Mortal Kombat TV show also, you know that.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. There was one
called...
The
Mortal Kombat 2 movie was originally a web series?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
yeah.
Really?
And there's one called Legends or something?
Oh, no. That one was made by Jaleel White.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
That one was good. That was
on...
I thought that was going to be a good Mortal Kombat.
That was supposed to eventually be a film, eventually.
Yeah.
Nah.
But yeah, I'm really surprised that it had a bigger budget, but it looked worse. Like the special effects looked worse in this one compared to the first one.
Yeah.
You know,
they
had a different actor for Raiden.
They didn't stay consistent. They changed everything. The storylines were different. The budget was different. The scenery was different. Everything was just changed. Like, it was a brand new movie.
It basically felt like a brand new movie.
I honestly felt like somebody embezzled millions of dollars out of that movie, and they were like, "We got $50. Call your cousin. Let's just freaking throw some special effects up there." That's what it feels like to me.
Oh man, like I mean, granted, I'm not looking for Mortal Kombat to be like have superior Oscar-winning acting, but the acting just felt like it just got 20 times worse in this one compared to the first one.
Yeah,
it just felt like they just weren't even trying at that point. The fights were horrible. They weren't as good as the first one. I just was like, this should have just been a TV show. It literally should have been like a TV show.
There was a Mortal Kombat TV show.
Yeah, I know, but
actually it was like a 90s version of a good TV show.
I don't know. I have to vote for this to be like D level in my opinion. It's one of the worst video game movies of all time.
Mortal Kombat 2 is probably the worst. Other than DOA. DOA is probably the other one that's worse.
They made a Dead or Alive movie?
Yeah.
Wow, that shows you how much I knew about that one, because I didn't even know that they made a movie of that, to be honest with you.
I did my research, I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's
man.
What we asked for Patreon money.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man. All right, so what about you, Viv? What would you rank this amazing film?
An E for effort.
An E for effort. You know what?
I wouldn't even give it that E.
We gotta make a tier just for you.
E for effort. They tried. I'm not gonna say that they didn't. They tried.
Oh,
I know that there's a lot of backlash from the fans, and with the fans being as hardcore as they are, they're at that time in that era, it wasn't as vocal. But like right now, you can definitely just see all the commentary on that stuff. So.
Yeah, a lot of
E
fans
for effort.
did not like it. For real. Legion says K2 sleeps on a lot of stuff though. No, I don't sleep on a lot of it. I just figured I just never heard of that. So it looks like we're gonna give Annihilation a D, or we're gonna have to make a tier just for you, Viv, and just call it E for effort. You know, better luck next time.
That would be great.
That should be a category. Better luck next time.
Better luck next time. I love it. All right, so next one we're gonna jump into. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Assassin's Creed. This was Los's pick right here.
Yes.
And I'm guessing Viv loves this one too.
I like the movie. I don't love the movie.
You like the movie? Okay.
I like the movie. By the way, there is a sequel that's in the works to be made of Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2. I like the movie in the idea of, like, it wasn't a good movie. It was watchable. Okay. The flashback stuff in Spain was spot on. Assassin's Creed, amazing. All the other stuff was
Fassbender's Espanol. Oh my god.
You know what? It was like his first scene. I was like, he didn't practice enough. What was that?
He didn't practice enough.
After the first scene, I will agree, but the first scene, terrible.
Well, it was Castellano. It wasn't really Spanish. It was
Yeah,
like Catalan or something like that.
but like I know, like I know that Spanish. I mean, I don't say I know it well, but like I can understand it pretty well. But
Mhm.
it was really bad. Like he just his inflections were off a hair, and I was like, what was that again?
That's being very
Like, come again?
particular.
But after the first scene, his Spanish was spot on, and you could understand him throughout the whole thing.
Yep.
I was actually impressed.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
you have
because
you have my ex-employer Ubisoft, who shameless plug.
Wait, you
They
used to work at Ubisoft? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
yes, I did. For a
Interesting.
brief moment, I worked in Ubisoft.
Nice
So
plug, by the way.
um they have an amazing team to keep their like content unified. They're in Spain or in Paris or in Montreal or here. Here's it's the United States headquarters, and they're moving they're moving their building, and so is Epic. Epic is moving down the street from my house. So
Oh, nice.
with all of that being said, their movie, like their video game to movie team,
Mhm.
so hardcore. Like they don't want to just disappoint the fans at
Yeah.
all, and they're very very much cultural aware, like
yes,
group aware. They're very much like they're 100. So when I saw that the movie came out, and I was like, oh my god, it's it's one of my favorite video games. And yes, I played it on the little Nintendo DS. I played it on
Oh, there's
Nintendo. I
a
played it
DS
on
version? Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
I still have it. I played it on PC. I played it on PS2. I played it on PS3. I played it on PS4. So I've played it, not fully, but I've played it, and I follow the movie so much, of the storyline much. But they're starting to taper off a lot in the content for them
Mhm.
to continue doing movies. I'm worried of how they're gonna spin it. But their first movie content was very spot on. Language was spot on. Scenery was very well selected.
Mhm.
Filming was very great. Everything about it was a very comprehensive video game to movie.
My only gripe was the Argo. I kind of didn't like that, but I understand to translate into if they would have done exactly like the video game, it'd be boring. But to translate it the way they did in film made it exciting.
Right, of course. And
Yeah,
then, trying to leave it a little open-ended for some extra, maybe a different kind of twist in a sequel or something like that. I think that was
yeah.
well done. It wasn't done in poor form.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was
It
done
was a
in very
really
good
good
taste.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I've played some of the Assassin's Creed games. I was pretty big into it for like the first 2 or 3 games. After that, I really fell off big time. So when the movie came out, I was like, I'm not really interested. So I never got a chance to like really check it out. But I'm gonna go ahead, just based off the trailer and based off my like previous love for the series, I'll go and give it a C. Just based off
Mm,
that alone.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Really?
Mine is an
I'm gonna
A
give it an A.
plus. A plus plus plus
I'm
plus
gonna give
plus
it an A.
plus plus.
The
A plus.
they everything that they talked about in the games, they grabbed all the history of it and they presented it. They really showed how the Templars were the bad guys. They really showed how the assassins were the good guys. The flashback scenes were good. My only gripe is I wish there was more flashback scenes. But
Mhm.
again, the original plan for it was supposed to be a trilogy, so the first one is all set up, essentially.
Okay.
A
Okay.
plus. Just
A plus
saying.
for you guys. All right, so I guess we're pushing Assassin's Creed to A plus.
Plus plus.
All right, so the next one we're gonna jump into Resident Evil, the first one out of the 20 that
Oh
came
my
out.
gosh.
First
Oh
one out of the 20.
god. Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you didn't
Well,
like it?
oh
I've
my
only
god, that's
seen
fucking
I've
terrible.
only seen at least two. And that's because, my significant other has a very deep fan for this series.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen the ins and outs of this video game. As it translates to the movie, He says it's not as bad. It's not bad. It's pretty dead on with certain things.
Yes.
But not everything.
And that's being generous.
It was a progressive situation also. Your budgets are different. Who does the game for this?
That is a good
I know this. Capcom.
It's Capcom, right?
Yeah, Capcom does.
No.
The Street Fighter people?
The Street Fighter, yeah. Capcom. Capcom has done Resident Evil since day one.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Resident Evil 8 comes out this Friday, by the way, which is actually a few hours from now. Actually,
yeah, it
so
is.
Should have stopped that one.
It's owned by Capcom. Wow. Okay, so here's the reason why it's kind of like now, because Capcom's. If we look at distributing houses, for example, Ubisoft, Epic, all the other, like Nintendo, they all have very solid connections to video distributing houses. Warner Brothers, Time Warner, all these other big distributing houses that can provide a budget to create specific kind of movies. In this case, Capcom is very tight-lipped about stuff, so they can't really give or relinquish creative liberties to whoever's deciding to like direct these movies. So they're done halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, I can see probably why they made certain decisions with this film, honestly.
And even if you continue with the series, I mean, it goes up to what, Resident Evil 10, 9, 6?
Like the game or the film?
The films, I think it's 5 of them, right? Or 4?
I have to check. There's a lot of them. I stopped keeping up after a while because they just kept making them. I'm like, why do we keep making Resident Evil films? Like, they're so horrible. Like, I don't.
They really are.
It's a lot of repetition too.
Yeah.
And maybe they want to engage their fans in the game so that way they have a live action dynamic point to connect to the video game. And not always is that going to translate into something good,
Yeah.
And like I always I always consider having certain movie houses or certain game houses that have ability to relinquish creative liberties to their directors to make films.
Yeah.
Not always does that happen though.
Yeah.
Because of licensing issues, because of country issues, because of wherever they're being done.
Yeah.
Not always that case. So
yeah, I mean that's probably why that's probably why the film just didn't like left out so many important aspects of the game. Like I think just as a film it was decent. I just think they should have just called it something else. They shouldn't have called it Resident Evil, honestly, because there was the only thing that seemed Resident Evil about Resident Evil was, okay, we had zombies. That's cool.
The little girl.
The little girl. Yeah. I think
and the red dress.
Yeah. I think the little girl was supposed to be like the mayor's daughter from like Resident Evil 2, but I think they just took that story and went somewhere else with it. But yeah, and the dogs, the zombie dogs, the birds, the zombies in general.
And the zombie lizard and the zombie frog.
Yeah, just all like all the monsters were like on point. That was cool. I liked it, but like characters.
Los has the eyebrow thing thinking like, oh my god, let's stop talking about this stuff.
He's like, I'm done. It didn't feel like Resident Evil. I feel like they just wanted to make a zombie film, and they were like, nobody's gonna watch this. Let's call it Resident Evil. They'll come watch it. Yeah, let's do that. So they stamped Resident Evil on it, threw a few zombie monsters from the game, name dropped a few characters from the game, but they didn't do anything with those characters. So it never felt like a Resident Evil movie. It just felt like a zombie film that was called Resident Evil.
Yeah, essentially, it's what it was.
So I would definitely have to give this one. It's hard to give it a D because I love the franchise that much. I just at least have to give it a C. At least the first one. The first one was watchable, but still disappointing.
What was the other category we just made? They should have left it alone.
Better luck next time.
That's where I'm putting it. Better luck next time.
He's putting it in the better luck next time category. Well, since our votes are kind of scattered like that, we're gonna have to equal it out and just bring it down to a D. To be honest,
I agree.
put it down to a D. It sucks, but that's where we're going with Resident Evil. All right, next one we're gonna jump into right now is going to be Rampage. That's the one that The Rock was in, based off the old school arcade Rampage game back in the day.
That I used to love.
I used to love that one too.
Wow, I haven't heard about that movie in a long time.
There's a reason why, because it's fucking terrible.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was terrible.
It was fucking terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
This is the one where he's also dealing with a big gorilla kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
Basically.
It was
the reason why
terrible.
Listen, after King Kong, any kind of other gorilla or ape movies, I really just can't.
That's why I was surprised they made this movie. I was like, why? I mean, I get this one's based off a video game, but it's practically just another King Kong movie. Like, I was really surprised that they made this, because during this time is when we started getting all those King Kong movies again. And I was just surprised that it came out. Like, that space is already being occupied.
2018. That was the year of the King Kong movies, I think.
Okay, look, let's get back on Rampage. The first unbelievable thing that happens is a middle-aged man who's single turned down a 20-year-old something who was hot and wanted to sleep with him. That right there tells you there's nothing believable in that fucking movie. Nothing.
Nothing believable at all.
She's like, I go to your house. He's like, no, it's okay.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna hang out with I'm gonna hang out with my monkey and not the other one.
Fucking the gorilla? Come on, bro. And he's driving the Bronco prototype.
Oh my god!
What the fuck? That car is not commercially available. Fucking get real.
Yeah. Well, maybe he was one testing it out. I don't know. He's an animal guy.
Testing out, please. Don't start making me speak Spanish. How much I hate it.
Oh man. Honestly, there's some movies, especially game movies, that just don't need to be a movie, and this was one of them. It's like, just put that money into a new Rampage game. I'd rather you just do that, because at this point, it'd be different if Rampage was a game that came back out and it was booming and everybody's into it, and they say, hey, let's make a movie. Cool. But this franchise hasn't been out in like decades, and you decide to randomly just make a movie about it. It was just really weird. You know what I mean?
Not only that, Rampage was the game you played when you were stuck at the turnpike exit, and you're like, oh well, I'll get Rampage. You know? Or the ghetto pizzeria that had only one video game. It's like a broken Pac-Man and Rampage. You're like, oh, I'll play Rampage.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just really, really weird. I think they were just trying to jump on the hype of the like the Godzilla hype during that time, and it's I don't know. I just don't feel like they were socially conscious about putting this film out during that time. Or just socially conscious at all about this franchise. Who wanted this? Who wanted a Rampage film?
Nobody.
You know? Nobody. A game, maybe.
Not about this movie.
I think they just needed another reason to have The Rock do something with an action.
Probably.
And finally having to stop talking about Black Adam every 5 minutes.
Yeah, just give me that movie already. Like, he's been talking about Black Adam for like 20 years. It feels like just give me the damn film. I know you're working on it. I know you're working out. You know, just give me the damn film already, please.
Yeah. We all know what's gonna happen. He's gonna shoot lightning from his fingers, eyebrow. You know, I mean, that's this Black Adam right there.
I swear to God, he better not do the eyebrow in this film. If he does, I will lose all respect for the film.
Name a movie he doesn't do the eyebrow.
Oh man. Rampage came out in April 13th, 2018. Yeah, I think that's when the Godzilla film started coming back out, like during that time frame range.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so what are we giving this, guys?
Can we make a new category? Flush it down the toilet.
Flush it down the toilet. Wow. Okay.
Well, no. I mean, I can't say that much about this movie because I've never seen it.
Okay.
But just the mere fact that it's The Rock and a gorilla, and it's an albino one. That's just.
She's like, I'm good.
Put it aside.
I think
put it in that box in the closet on the top shelf. That's all.
Yeah.
Gathering dust.
I don't even know one person who got excited for this movie.
Well, Legion in chat says he would give it a C. I guess
Legion, have you been drinking? Is that what it is? Have you been drinking? Let us know. If you have a problem, we'll help you get help.
Oh man.
Very diehard fans then.
All right. Next one we're gonna jump into right now. Let me see. How many we got left? We got 6 films left, so we're gonna try to knock this out as quick as we can. Los. Tomb Raider.
Listen, man, I'm hungry for an apple pie and it's ruining my appetite. That's how much I hate Rampage.
Oh my god. Legion said it's watchable, but game wise, not good. I just didn't find it entertaining. Let's jump into the next one. We have Tomb Raider, the first film that came out with our homegirl Angelina Jolie.
Flush it down the toilet.
Wow.
I didn't want to talk about how bad that fucking movie was.
Flush it down the toilet already? Holy crap.
Yeah, dude. You have that chicken leg balloon looking fucking bamba for no reason fucking woman playing that part. Okay. And then like, yeah, we all know you're British, but you're like been raised in America. Like you had to like learn your British accent. Please. Come on. I'm sorry, you know? And then like her fighting people, please. That's so unbelievable. Like when she did that movie Salt, I was like, woman, you a twig. That's it. Fight's over.
Like they just pluck you and you're done. Like what are you doing?
Exactly.
But see,
she's
then
done.
you see her in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No, I didn't watch that movie. Angelina Jolie. That's all I gotta say.
I watched it.
Well, she was in Hackers, by the way.
Oh yeah, she was in Hackers.
Yeah. The only movie she was good in. No, the other one where she played the model. That one was a good one.
Gigi.
Yeah. Was it Gigi? Yeah, Gigi. I haven't seen the movie in so long. I don't know. I was a big Tomb Raider fan. Before this film came out, very big Tomb Raider fan. I thought it was cool to at least see her on screen. As far as looks, she fits that role perfectly. I think she looks just like freaking Lara Croft.
Dude, at that time Lara Croft was triangle tits because it was such low poly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, have you played the recent remastered that came out like maybe four years ago?
I played not the most recent Tomb Raider. Like I actually played both.
It's called Tomb Raider Remastered or something like that.
Oh, there's a remaster? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and
I played the 2 recent versions of Tomb Raider, and I like them.
I played the one before the recent one, and
it's
I have
very
a lot of
well
fun.
drawn. Very well drawn.
Yeah.
I've seen it in play, and I think the movie it's taking that whole comic book situation, that whole again, it's whoever translated it from video game to movie, it's that team that either released creative liberties or not.
Yeah.
It goes back to that. I mean, no matter what, it goes back to that. And, you know, being that they put a big name to the movie, because they also wanted to show her in an action sequence kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, they did their best efforts. Their scenery was nice. Their scenery
Come
was
on.
nice. Listen,
I could put on the outfit and do better, and I can't move my legs very much.
I would love to see that, Los.
I want to see you in the white outfit.
My man boobs would look fabulous in that top. I
want to see you in that and see your tight ass in that white pants outfit.
Correction, I have no ass.
What do you say,
it
chat?
Will fit better than it'll show and it'll demonstrate your package better.
I'll put tissue paper back there, you know.
We should definitely get Los in a Lara Croft cosplay for one of our future streams.
A new one, yes,
a
new one.
Be dope. We should do that 100%.
But based off of scenery and everything, I think they did their best to introduce it into the movie genre from the video game genre. I think they did their best. They could have done better, but they did their best.
Yeah, and that's being polite.
Yes.
Same here. I wasn't too crazy about this one. I really wasn't. I mean, I liked it because it was Lara Croft. Like I said, I love that franchise. I've been in that franchise since day one. So I would have to go see just because I have a soft spot for Laura Hart. Honestly, it wasn't a great film. It was Laura Hart. That's how much I love her. That's how much I love her.
We all want to know. Join me in this.
Los, you listen. You guys know who I'm
The
talking about, okay?
audience would like to know who exactly is Laura Hart.
Next time on JHouze Radio, who is Laura Hart?
No, no,
I
con ese pendejo.
I will
¿Por qué,
give.
Fernando? ¿Por qué?
I will have to say, Laura gets a C. I'm not saying which Laura, but Laura.
It's Lara. Lara, not Laura. It's
Oh my
Lara.
God.
Or for us Spanish speakers, Laura.
There you go.
Lara. For Spanish speakers, it's Lara.
So what are you guys
Lara
giving her? What are you guys giving
Um,
Laura?
I would say a C.
Better luck
Fire.
next time.
Better luck next time.
Better luck next time.
A C minus.
Okay, we'll put her in the C bracket.
Because
C
you
for
can-
cross.
Because he likes them triangle boobies.
Anyways, chat. Our next one is Clue, Los's favorite. Well, one of
How
his
is
favorites.
that a
yeah.
video game?
No, it's a board game. So he
Right,
said
how is
he specified from game to movie. Never said video game. He said game to movie.
Now, yeah, when Los brought this up, I was confused. I was like, wait, Clue? That was never really a video game. He was like, yeah, but it's technically still a game, though. If you really think about it. It's a board game, but it's a game. I was like, all right, you know
Game
what?
to movie.
I'll give you that. And that's the only reason why I left Pixels in there, because I let you slide with the board game thing. Now you're stabbing me in the back. It's okay, though.
Listen, you could have said
That's
Real
still not
Steel
a
was
board
Rock'em Sock'em
game.
Robots, and I would have agreed to that.
What'd you say, Viv? I'm sorry.
said that's still not a board game?
What?
Pixels is not a board game. I don't see it as a board game.
You know what I mean, though, because the characters are from a game. He said he's from a board game. Whatever. Same difference. So...
He said that with that tone like he said it to a girlfriend before. Come on, baby, you know what I mean. Come on, don't be like that, baby. You know what I mean. Why you walking away for, honey?
Oh my god. All right, so Clue. Did you see this film, Viv? Did you get a
Yes,
chance to
I
check
did.
this out?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was great. I mean, you have Tim in there. Any movie that he's in for me is just fantastic. He did wonderful in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
Even in his little brief moment that they gave him in the remake for the live action.
Yeah.
So him being in this movie is just awesome. He does well in anything. But I would say it kept it to that jovial gaming board game setting. It didn't really make it totally live action. If that makes any sense.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get what you're
But
saying.
Christopher Lloyd is in it. Michael Keaton is in it. Martin Full is in it. Leslie Ann Warren.
I forgot Michael Keaton was in this one. Oh
Dude,
man.
it has a killer cast.
Very good cast. I mean, it came out in 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That was like
How long has the board game been
17.
out by that time? Like, how long has
Oh
Clue
my
been
God,
around?
the board game's been out for longer than that.
I think since the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oof.
Madeleine Khan. Let's just talk about her. Madeleine Khan. She is a fantastic actress. So versatile, so incredible. I mean, even when she was in Young Frankenstein, like
I was just gonna say that.
even
I forgot about Young Frankenstein.
and she's always super sweet with her lips and everything, like
And
then
she was in Blazing Saddles too.
she has boobs, she has curves, she's a woman, awesome. It's awesome. Tim Curry, Madeleine Khan, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, come on.
Michael Keaton.
Pre-Batman.
It was pre-Batman.
I have an interesting fact for you guys. Clue came out in 1949 originally as Cluedo, which was originally changed to the name Clue in the United States.
Jesus.
Where did it come out?
1949. It was
What
originally named Cluedo, and then they changed it to Clue. What country? Birmingham, England. Wow, interesting.
That would make sense. Mrs.
Yeah.
Peacock, Mrs. White, Mr. Green. Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
It's very cultural to that. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice fun fact there.
Yeah.
for sure. what would you guys rank this bad boy?
Ah, that's a B, a solid B, especially
Solid B.
since on the DVD you get all the endings.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get the first ending, and then it cuts to black and says, or it could have ended like, and it shows the second ending. Then it goes, or it could have ended like, and it shows the third ending. So depending on where you went to in the country, you got a different ending in the theatrical release.
That is cool. Oh my
That
god,
is interesting. That
a solid B for me too, definitely.
Wow. Yeah. I would have to go B.
It's dated. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
it's really good.
I wonder if they will consider doing a reboot.
I think that would be interesting.
There was talks of it, but they killed it.
They can't. It's really hard to like. It's just hard.
Actually,
I think
G.I. Joe is what killed the Clue movie. Because G.I. Joe was so badly received.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's Hasbro.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Hasbro did that. Okay. All right. So our next one that we're going to jump into, we got 4 left, guys. 4 left. One that everybody knows, Angry Birds.
Good movie. Such a good kids movie.
Right,
yeah, I liked it.
I haven't seen it, but
seen it.
What I liked about it is like it really, like, you know how you had one bird that you shoot and he was explosive, you know, the real big fat one, and like they explain all that in the movie, and it really, like, it gave a background to the characters and it made it seem like believable.
Yeah,
you know, like the pigs came and tricked the birds, and the birds, to get, you know, the only way they could attack them is if they flung themselves with a slingshot. So it brought the game, the way the game mechanics were, into the movie, and it fit in a very natural way.
Yeah.
You know, so it was good. Like, I give it an A personally. Like, I love that movie.
It's funny, fun fact, based off of history that I'm reading, this Angry Birds game became a toon TV series before it even made it to movie.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Back in 2013, it was a TV series. And this is straight after 2009 when the actual Angry Birds game came out. And then in 2016 you had Angry Birds the movie.
Wow.
It already had an established following with TV series. Not that I watched it, but I've seen like half of an episode here and there. But
interesting. Yeah, I thought it was when I first heard that there was a movie coming out, I was kind of surprised. Like, an Angry Birds movie? How are you gonna do that? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand like what would the storyline be. But it was very interesting how they put everything together, how they put like the whole relationship with the birds and the pigs and all that stuff together. I thought it was well thought.
Yeah, the actual cast is not terrible either. They had a really hefty cast. You have Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Maya Rudolph. You had Peter Dinklage, Sean Penn.
Sean Penn is in this?
Yes, you had a lot of people in there.
Sean Penn, I did not even catch that voice at all. That's interesting.
He played Terrence.
Interesting.
Whoever the character of Terrence is.
So what are you guys ranking this bad boy?
Angry Birds, A.
100%? Okay.
100%. 100%.
All right, I think I would go A too. Honestly, it's a fun movie, you know, to watch with the kids and things like that. So, I think I would go with A. Honestly, in my opinion. How about you, Viv?
Pass.
Pass.
Ooh, she gave a hard pass on that one.
Wow.
I haven't seen it. I'm really not a fan of the actual franchise. I really am not. I played it 3 times. And I'm really not a fan. I tried really hard to like the game, and it's just.
I literally watched the movie because I was like, I'm tired, but I can't sleep. Let me put on this movie, and I actually saw the whole thing and enjoyed it. And I was like, well, I'm screwed for sleep now, but it was a good movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I no, I can't.
She said no, I can't do it. That's fine.
Do it.
So I guess we're gonna throw this in the A category then. Honestly, we'll throw it up there.
Go for it.
All right,
no
so
harm on my end.
All right, 3 more. Detective Pikachu.
Oh, that one's so cute.
Never saw it.
That one's cute.
You should actually check it out.
That's one of the movies where I promised my girl we would watch together, and we literally just haven't had time.
Yeah.
So cute.
What's your take on it, Viv?
Well, I like the fact that Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Yeah, same here. I was actually surprised at that. Really
right?
surprised.
And anything right now that Ryan Reynolds has touched in terms of movies has been very good.
Have you seen
he does
My
a lot
Hitman's
of
Bodyguard?
Not yet. I haven't seen it yet. I do plan on watching it though. I have it on
It's
my
good.
what?
It's good.
my to watch list.
What?
Hitman's
My
Bodyguard,
Hitman's
right?
Bodyguard.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet. But I'm talking about like Deadpool, the series, everything that he's done with that. And then now the Detective Pikachu one, it's great because he keeps that element of raunchy fun. You know, it's not,
Yeah.
and it makes you identify with Pikachu as everyone does. It's cute. It's a cute little Pikachu. It's so cute. I have a little
Yeah.
Pikachu. It's in front of my TV over there in the living room, but it's the cutest thing. I love Pikachu. It's cute.
No. When my godchildren were over and they would watch Pikachu and Pikachu would be like, Pika, Pika, I'm like, Rascate.
Oh man.
Pika in Spanish means itch.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, itch,
Itch,
scratch
itch. It's true. It's true.
I do appreciate very much how they keep the world of Pokemon sort of innately linked to the movie.
Yeah.
Like, even
definitely.
though, you know, it's like random characters that pop in and out. It's a very good, solid connect to the video game movie. Because they have most of the recognizable characters. They're very animated. They're done really well. And you know, on top of all of that, they have a really good cast in that movie.
Yeah.
Additionally to Ryan Reynolds, they have Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
Yes. They have what's this guy's name? Oh, they have Rita Ora, but she's like, all right, whatever.
She was in that? Where was she at? I don't remember seeing her. Rita Ora?
Yeah, Ora was Dr. Anne Laurent.
I gotta go back and watch that. Wow. I totally missed that.
What's his name? I think it's Ken Watanabe.
Mm.
He's Lieutenant Yoshida.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He does such a good job. Like he was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Also in The Samurai. And everything he does is so well, very thoughtful, very, you know. So it was a good cast in my opinion. It kept to the story. The pacing was okay. The scenery was nice. Everything was I liked it. I give it a solid A.
Yeah. I have to 100% agree with you. I'm not a big Pokemon fan. My daughter is. And because of the simple fact that I was not expecting anything from this film, I actually liked it. And I'm not a Pokemon fan, but the special effects were just so good, man. So it was like
really well.
It was unlike anything I've ever seen. It was so amazing, and how they just really just turned this franchise that I don't even really know much about. I was actually sitting there watching the film like, wow, this is pretty freaking good. Like I liked it.
You never played Pokemon ever?
I mean, I've played Pokemon games. I'm just not like I'm not into them. I mean, I've tried it just to like try it out, but I'm not into it.
I still have my Game Boy Color that still works.
You're kidding me.
No. And I've played Tetris on it, which still works.
I freaking love Tetris.
Yo, Tetris on the Game Boy was absolutely
mine was Game Boy Color see-through.
I've always wanted one of those. Detective Pikachu came out on Nintendo 3DS in 2016. So we're gonna give that one an A. We gotta give it an A.
Yeah.
So I freaking love it. It was good.
Very cute movie.
All right. So that one's moving on. Hold on, let me switch over, guys. We have 2 left now. We're gonna go with Silent Hill next.
Haven't watched it.
Haven't watched it.
I've not watched it, so maybe you might need to skip it because I don't know what it's about.
Really? Wow. So I guess we're gonna. Well,
it's
I guess we're
silence on a hill somewhere in the world.
On a hill somewhere.
You're such a mobile head, bro. Like seriously.
Oh man.
It's true though.
Yo.
And since Silent Hill was I never played the game, but I know it's a horror game, so it's got to be fog, darkness, creepy stuff, and probably a graveyard.
Maybe zombies.
No graveyard. It's like it's weird monsters.
Is it like Death Island or something?
What it is, I mean, long story short, it's pretty much like a woman who's in this town called Silent Hill, basically, and at a certain time, literally hell freezes over. It's like
Is Catherine Zeta-Jones in this movie?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. I have to look at that. She might be in the sequel. I have to check, but she's not. I don't think she's in the first one.
It's a video game that came out in 1999, right?
Yes. 1999 horror games. It was like a survival horror game. It was around the time that Resident Evil was starting to get hot, and it was kind of like the competition to Resident Evil, if you will, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they have Radha Mitchell. She's always the white girl that always plays like really finesse, girly film roles.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Sean Bean.
Yeah. Why do I know that name?
He was in Game of Thrones. He was the dad that got killed.
You know, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I still haven't watched. Well, I lied. I watched like the first episode, but I never got back to it yet. Honestly, yeah, I know.
Oh my god! And you guys are calling yourself.
Oh wait, Radha Mitchell? Is that what you're talking about?
Radha.
Yeah, she was in oh god, that the Vin Diesel Pitch Black.
Yes, yes, she was in Pitch Black. Pitch Black was an awesome
Sean
film.
Bean, the one who gets killed in every movie.
Right.
The one who gets killed in every movie.
Yeah. So gets killed he even got killed in Game of Thrones, like within the first three episodes.
Yeah, literally gets killed in every movie. It seems like.
I mean, major.
The guy's a meme, even.
Yeah, it's become this point to where it's become a meme at this point.
Laurie Holden is in this Walking Dead girl.
Walking Dead girl?
Laurie Holden?
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in this. Laurie, yeah.
I look at the full cast.
Are we caught up with Walking Dead here yet, or have we?
Nope. Don't want to.
I stopped watching Walking Dead after spoilers. Rick died.
I stopped watching it after the second episode. I thought it was so stupid.
What are you doing with your life? After the second episode, you didn't even at least give it a season? Los, nope. I'm done with you. I am so done with you.
He's very definitive about what he likes to watch, apparently.
But at least, no, I feel like you can't say you don't like Walking Dead until you at least watch the entire first season. If you didn't watch the entire first season, you can't judge it. Like, you literally can't judge it. You can't.
I got so bored.
It's a slow process.
It is a slow process.
No. Soup is a slow process.
I know we're
cringeworthy.
I know we're probably talking about Silent Hill.
Process. This was cringeworthy.
Listen.
I recall watching the first couple of seasons with you, and it was kind of one of those situations where we needed to stop the world to watch it. So it's a slow process.
It is a slow process, but man, and Lois, like, oh, go ahead, Viv.
I actually invested time on because I worked where I worked before. Yeah. I invested time in watching the YouTube, the graphic novel on YouTube narrated. So
yeah,
it made sense after a while.
Yeah.
So maybe you might want to do that. You can listen to the graphic novels, Carlos.
Oh no, the graphic novels are I've actually skimmed through a couple of them. They're really good. But again, the graphic novels are good. Not that.
I honestly think the first two seasons of that show is based off character development, and the character development is so good.
The first episode, there's this little girl walking. I'm like, she's a zombie. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see her attack him.
See, but my thing is, like, when you look at Walking Dead, you have to look at it more than, and I know we're talking about Silent Hill. Well, actually, let's talk about that in the after show. We'll talk about it in the after show. We'll get on that later. Because Los has to go soon. So what are we ranking Silent Hill? Actually, you guys didn't see it. So based off of just what you know about it, or the trailer, what would you throw it at, basically?
I'll be nice and say D.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
be nice and say C.
I'm gonna give it a C. We'll go C, because it was okay. It wasn't the best film. It was.
See,
It's if you know the game, it's watchable. If you don't know the game, you're like, what the hell am I
I
looking at?
have no
So
clue about this game, so I
yeah,
haven't even watched any gameplay on it. I thought it was a movie that had what's her face in it. Now I go find out that it's Rhoda Mitchell. Oh my
yeah.
god.
All right, guys. Our last one for the night: Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that was
cute.
cute.
It was a cute movie.
Yeah, that was cute.
It was a cute movie.
Yeah.
It was funny.
You seem disappointed.
Who,
Keith,
me?
you seem very disappointed.
I mean, I thought it was amazing. I grew up on Sonic. Sonic is one of my favorite, probably top like video game movie of all time. Honestly, I wasn't just like you guys. I didn't expect much of it, but it was good. It kind of reminded me of like how the graphics and like the visual effects in Detective Pikachu was. It reminded me
Yeah.
a lot of that,
Mhm.
honestly. Um, the story was good. I like how they incorporated, the rings and things like that. They gave him some backstory. I think Jim Carrey did Dr. Robotnik pretty well.
Spot
Um,
on.
yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was expecting Jim Carrey to just be Jim Carrey, which he was, but just with a
But he wasn't.
flair. Yeah, it's like he was, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? And I was expecting him to be too much of Jim Carrey to the point where it took away from the character, but he didn't do that. I like the fact that they redesigned Sonic, because the first design of Sonic that we got, everybody hated it.
Yep.
And
Oh
it just
yeah, you got a lot of backlash from that in the
yeah.
fandom area. Yeah.
Um
You have a lot of good cast members in there. You have Ben Schwartz, who was the voice for Sonic. You have
yeah.
James Marsden, who, curiosity, he was in The Stand. I don't know if you guys get Paramount or CBS Plus.
Oh, I think this trailer has the
I got
wrong
both.
Sonic in it actually.
I
I
would
think
recommend seeing The Stand. It's a Stephen King thing. And
The Stand, I've heard about that. I've heard about it.
it's a Stephen King film that was created a long time ago. But anyway, Marsden is in that same movie. And he's also in The Stand. You have Jim Carrey. You have the girl from Rent, Melody Nospino Neiman. I just probably mutilated her middle name, but
No, it's all good.
Melody Neiman. So you have a good cast. You have a very good storyline. You have good animation for what it's worth, and very nicely done. So it's a cute
funny.
movie.
And
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it was very
really,
funny.
Really, the bar fight was funny. The road fight was funny. Like all of it was funny.
That bar fight
Yeah.
was like surprisingly funny. I was really surprised that I laughed as much as I did during this film, because I just figured it was just going to be like a kid film, which it kind of is, but it's also a love letter. I can't talk tonight. It's a love letter to Sonic fans. It really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
that is a video game movie done right.
yeah, 100%. And they're already talking about Sonic 2 in development. They're going to introduce Tails, which I was surprised to see. Spoiler at the end of the film. But
That
yeah,
was a sidekick, right?
Yeah,
it's been a while since I played Sonic, so I don't quite remember.
Yeah,
Tails was the one with two tails, right?
Was it 2 or was it 3? It might have been 2. Yeah, multiple tails.
Tails, meaning more than one.
Yeah, tails, more than one, plural. But yeah, Legion in chat. Yeah, I think in my opinion, this Sonic, the way he looked a lot better than the original concept. He just looked visually pleasing compared to the other one.
I mean, with the most recent update that they did for the video game, they had to match it just as close as possible. So.
Aesthetically, yeah. I'm curious to see. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I said, and the fact that they do it point of like they do there was a series called Video Games Live that went around the United States and the world, and they got together with symphonies and they would play all the video game theme songs.
Yes.
and they would show in the background. It's a multimedia.
Oh man, I wish I could have seen that.
Oh, I sang in the choir for that stuff in New Jersey.
Oh, you
It was
did?
great.
Really?
Yeah, I was picked to sing in the choir for that.
I've always wanted to go see those. I've never got a chance to do it.
It was really fun. Like they would play Guitar Hero. They would play
Wow.
They would play Halo. They would do the introduction of the Assassin's Creed video trailer, the cinematic trailer, like everything, including Castlevania.
Wait,
And
is that
all of that stuff.
Is that the video game orchestra?
It's called Video Games Live, and it's an orchestra based on the city. So, like for example, in New Jersey,
okay.
the NJ Pack Symphony.
Okay.
And then the choir would be selected to sing the vocal parts for those tracks. There's a few of them online. I think if you guys check out NJ Pack Video Games Live in December,
yeah,
you could probably see my choir singing. I'm in there somewhere.
Keith, have you ever seen an orchestra live?
I haven't seen an orchestra live, but I've watched the video game orchestra during the video game awards, and they do such an amazing job just showcasing all the music from gaming. Like gaming has such amazing music, like besides what we see on screen and play, the music is just so great. And to see an orchestra like just play that live, even though I haven't seen it live per se.
I've seen the Philadelphia Orchestra live, and when I tell you, like, you're so amazed how the sound just fills the room.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It's amazing.
Being right, like singing, like for example, Civilization. There's a game that we all have played at one point called Civilization. Mm-hmm. The actual choral part of it, and then standing right next to the timpani. The timpani is like the huge bass drums, and you hear that stuff, and it hits your chest, and I'm like, oh my god.
I love it.
Did I lose a nipple, man? That was hard.
Oh man, is everything still here?
I just grew a hair.
All right, guys. So what are we ranking Sonic here? I think it's pretty obvious, but I gotta ask.
Solid A, yes.
Solid A.
100%.
100%. Nice. So
Cute.
All right, so that will conclude our JHouze Radio episode 41 of our favorite and some of our not so favorite video game movies. I'm just going to go through it real quick for our audio listeners. Mortal Kombat 1, Assassin's Creed, Angry Birds, Detective Pikachu, and Sonic, A tier. Mortal Kombat from this year, Pixels, which, you know, Clue is B tier. C tier, we got Hitman, we got Tomb Raider, the original, and Silent Hill. D tier, Mario, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Resident Evil, and Rampage. So, all right, Lois, do you want to leave anything with the people before we get out of here?
Just really quick before I sign off, this show is dedicated to my dog Coco, who passed away yesterday. She was my buddy, my partner, always by my side no matter what I did. I used to literally play video games sitting at the edge of the couch with her sitting in between my legs and her nose like 3 inches from my controller, because she would not leave me alone. Yeah. So the show's dedicated to Coco, and as always, thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to support us on YouTube. Watch, subscribe. We put up clips all the time. We're gonna eventually add other side clips, after shows, and get-togethers or whatever. And as always, don't forget to support us on Patreon. Even $1 will help us get a long way because we do a lot of research. At least some of us do. I'm only cracking on you for this episode because honestly, Keith does put a lot of work and effort, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and a lot of hours behind the scene that a lot of people don't know about. And honestly, all the support you can help us out with really does mean a lot. And if you can, rate us 5 stars or better on whatever app you listen to podcasts, because it helps get more eyes on the podcast, and people will listen, watch, and all that good stuff. Awesome. And forgive me, I'm not that energetic today. I'm still thinking about my dog.
Nah, it's all good, man. We totally understand.
Yeah.
How about you?
You got me in there, yay!
Yeah, I still got my 2 other puppies.
Yeah.
You know, but Coco was the one who always left my side. The other 2 love my girlfriend more than me.
Aww.
And you,
Coco
Viv,
was
got
all
anything?
about me. You know.
You got anything, Viv, before you want to get out of here?
No, just support these guys. I've been #1 fan since its inception. I'm very glad to see their progress, and you guys have done nothing but outstanding work.
Appreciate it.
And you guys do. You guys always keep me giggling, which is
probably Los, for sure.
No, you too. Trust me.
You're in there, dude. Geeks unite, bro. Like seriously,
for sure.
Put your Batman cowl on the side. Come on.
Oh wow.
No, I'll tell you, if I ever make a Batman short, Keith is playing Joker.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm the biggest Joker fan. Like
Joker.
it's pretty bad how much I love Joker.
But yeah, no, guys, please support these guys. They know what they're doing. They want to keep you informed and entertained. And for all geeks and nerds out there, you know, please support your local communities for this stuff, because no matter what, we all love to explore and vocalize our thoughts. So this is a great means, and nothing but fun with friends. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Even though we're in different states.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. That's only distance. Love is love.
All right, guys. Thank you again for checking out JHouze Radio episode 41. We will catch you guys later.
Later.
Bye.